You, mama, you are blessed. Even when you feel like things are really hard, you're so blessed. I feel like every time I look at our little boy, now he's 8 years old, I think of all of the hard things that he's been through. I think about all of the trying times, and I think about how blessed we are. You are blessed too. When it's a sad day, it's important that you focus on all of the many amazing things that are happening around you, even when there's a lot of sadness. Blessings will outweigh burdens every single time. Around this time last year, Case was sick. His diseased intestines were failing him, and he was surviving on 16, 18 hours of IV fluids. Even the smallest fever would land him in the hospital for at least 48 hours of observance. He was pale and weak, and we had no idea if his intestines would get better or if they would get worse. It was a dark time, and yet there were a lot of blessings. Fast forward to now, and you have this amazing little boy who no longer needs his IV, who can live on 18 hours of feeds pumped into his intestines, and that is a blessing. See, if you tell somebody who has a, for lack of better words, typical child, that they have to be fed through a feeding tube and this might be forever, they're gonna get worked up. I would get so upset. I would be devastated. And yet, it's a blessing that our son is continuously J-tube fed into his intestines. It's a blessing because that means that the IV is no longer there. It's a blessing that his gut can tolerate food when there was a time not that long ago that it couldn't. It's a blessing that we don't have to worry about his body being consumed by sepsis. He's been to some dark places, and even in those dark places, there was always something good. There was always somebody that had it worse than he did. If you continue to live your life in sadness, if you continue to live a life where you're wishing for what is not, you're gonna miss out on all of the amazing things that are. You're gonna miss out on that beautiful little face with cherry red cheeks making an igloo in the snow. You're gonna miss out on that amazing little boy that is getting ready for school and says, I hope the snow doesn't melt today. You're gonna miss out on all of the accomplishments and all of the milestones because you're too consumed by the grief. And I've been there, and I've been sad, and I still have to choose happy, and I have to look some days really hard for the blessings. Some days blessings are big and apparent, and they're right in front of you. And other days, you have to dig for them. You have to choose the happy, you have to find the blessings. But at the end of the day, you are completely, incredibly, and entirely blessed to have this little one that calls you mom.